Hari Om, Mickey Space here, guiding you through a sweet flow. A little dynamic, so take it easy if you need to, but keep up if you can. So let's begin sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back, spine upright. Close the eyes. And a gentle Ujjayi breath where we create that constriction at the throat. And as we immerse and dive into our practice for the next little while, encourage all your worries, all your anxieties, all your fears, all the negativity to just roll off your shoulders. Come into this space, this time for you with an open heart, an open mind. So let's begin to flow. Inhale the arms up to the sky. With an exhale, left hand to the earth, right arm stretches up and over. Back up to the sky with the arms. Inhale. Exhale to the right side. Inhale, reach for the sky, a little twist to the right now. Shoulders back, lengthen, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, arms back up high, and exhale to the other side. Back to center, reach for the sky, and circle the arms back down. Good, let's come over onto the hands and knees. On the hands and knees, a little loosening up, drawing some circles. One way. And then the other way. And then from here, little cat-cow. Inhale, look up to the sky, arching the back. Exhale, hunch, looking towards the navel. Inhale, arch, looking up to the sky. And exhale, hunch. Now this time as you arch, lift up the right leg behind. Bring the back of the foot towards the back of the head. And then with your exhale, curl the body, knee towards the nose. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Pressing into all the fingertips there. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. Engaging your core as well as we work. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, stretch the leg behind, drop the right hip down so your hips are square, engage the core again. Try to relax the glutes, so allow the core to do the work. Left arm out in front, left arm, right leg. Pointer dog. Hold it there for a couple of breaths in your own time. If you could, try to engage the inner thigh, the inner right thigh. So you're tapping into the midline of the body. There's your center point, your power point. Now from here, let's bring in a back bend. Let's bend the knee, bend that right knee. Reach behind with your left hand. If you're not quite getting there, just hand towards the foot. If you can take a hold, lift the foot up. Keeping the hips square still, so not bringing that knee out to the side in line with your hip. And holding there, lift up a little higher. It's like a bow in cat. Hold it there for a couple more breaths. And then slowly back down. Good. Maybe shake out that right wrist. Inhale again. Arch. Exhale, hunch. Inhale, arch. And exhale, hunch. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, left leg behind. And exhale, curl the body, knee in towards the nose. Inhale. Exhale and curl. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, curl. Once more. Inhale. Exhale and curl. Inhale. Now stretch that leg out. Drop the left hip down. Hips are square. Core engaged. Midline of the body again. Engage that. Release the right arm. Right arm, left leg. Inner left thigh engaged. Mula Bandha, if you know what that is, the pelvic floor muscles as well engaged. and the outer muscles relaxed as best we can. So the glutes not doing the work so much. Do the work from the core and from the inner thighs. Now bending that knee, reaching behind. If we can, take a hold. Otherwise, hand towards the foot. If you've got a hold, lift the foot up high. Get that stretch through the thigh, through your quad. But also, watching the balance, of course, but also creating that nice back bend. So you're stimulating your kidneys here and your adrenaline. So the adrenal glands get a squeeze as well, stimulating the production of adrenaline in the body. So getting the right amount, the amount that you need. Sometimes we need more, sometimes we need less. Shake out the left wrist, take the knees wide, big toes together, sit back to the heels, forehead to the mat. And taking a moment there in your extended child pose, melting the heart to the earth. But not for too long. Let's spread the fingers wide, tuck at the toes under, downward facing dog. Pressing the hips high. Maybe giving the feet a little pedal for your first down dog. And then let's walk up to the top of the mat. Hold on to the backs of the legs and then squeeze the body towards the legs. If you need to bend the knees, you can. Then encourage the head to hang. Relax the neck and shoulders. So you just hang the head freely. Now release the arms. Let's roll ourselves up. Head coming up last, so nice and slowly. Each vertebra, one at a time. Once we're up, rolling out the shoulders. And then from the top of the mat, feet together, circle the arms up, interlace the hands, inhale, index fingers to the sky. Exhale, stretch over to your right. Inhale to the sky, exhale over to your left. Back to center, hands in prayer, prayer to your heart. From the top of the mat, inhale, circle the arms up to the sky. Surya A, bowing forwards with your exhale. A halfway lift with your inhale, and then step or float the legs back to your high plank, and chaturanga, or on the knees with your exhale. Inhale to your upward facing dog, and exhale to your downward facing dog. Let's stay there for a few breaths in down dog. Just check your position, feet about hip width apart, pressing the hips high, spreading the fingers nice and wide. And the heels back towards the floor, but without compromising the back, keeping the back straight, broadening through the shoulder blades. And then we'll step or float the feet back to the top of the mat. A halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold, circle up the arms with a deep inhale. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Another round, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward bow. With a halfway lift, inhale. Hands down, step or float the legs back to high plank, inhale. And exhale, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale to the downward facing dog. Again, check that position, feet hip width apart, fingers nice and wide. Make the middle finger point straight ahead. And pressing into all fingertips there. Hips to the sky. Expand through the shoulder blades. But the lower arms, roll them back in. The upper arms rolling out. The lower arms rolling in. And then after the next exhale, step or float back to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sky, and exhale, prayer to the heart. One more round. In Surya A, inhale. Exhale, bow forwards. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands down, step or float back, and then chaturanga or on the knees as you need. Cobra or an upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. In the downward dog again, holding there, pressing hips high, heels towards the floor. Ujjayi breath all the time. And once more after the next exhale, step or float back to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Circle up the arms with an inhale. And with your exhale, prayer to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And let's fold further with your exhale. So bring the chest towards the thighs. Now we'll step the left foot back on the ball of the back foot into a high lunge. Arms up, inhale. And with an exhale, sink deeper into your high lunge. Now let's hold it here and then reach up, hands in prayer, lean forward for a twisted lunge to your right. So your left elbow hooks to the outside of your thigh. Rotate your heart towards your hand, so lift the belly up and over the thigh. Try to keep the back leg firm. You can always bring the knee down if you need support, but otherwise, try not to go halfway, either all the way or all the way down. So back leg firm or knee bent. Now, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Downward dog to high plank with an inhale. Now, chaturanga with your exhale. Upward dog, inhale. And downward dog, exhale. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Right knee to the right elbow, out to the side. Exhale. Inhale, the leg to the sky. Over to the other side, to your left side. Exhale. Inhale, the leg high. Knee towards the nose. Let's do that again. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale to the right. Now try to bend the elbows a little and bring the inner thigh to rest on the back of the upper arm. Like that. Good. Back up to the sky. Over to the other side. Whoops. To your left side. Same there. The outer thigh on the back of the upper arm. Inhale to the sky. Knee towards your nose. Inhale the leg high. Now we'll step the leg through. And into a high lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Now from your high lunge, open up to your warrior two. Hold there for a couple of breaths. In your own time, shoulders back, open through the chest. And the hips sink low. Warrior two to peaceful warrior. Inhale, sweep up and back. Side angle, forearm to the thigh, left arm over the left ear. Then left hand behind, left hand to the right waist for a half bind. Or if we could, a full bind, right hand underneath, interlace the hands or hold onto your top wrist. Draw the left shoulder back. And breathing in your own time here. Bound, side angle pose. Oh, good. Hands either side of the right foot. On the ball of the back foot, half moon pose. Some of us need a block here. Right hand out to the side. Stack your left hip over the right hip. Use the left hand there to stabilize first. Left leg to the sky. Now your right fingers are there just to stabilize. Your left arm then comes up high when you are stable, looking down or potentially looking up to your left thumb. And then we'll bring the left hand down. Engage the core again. Square the hips and then gracefully bring the left foot to meet the right. Sit down. Utkatasana. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come to stand. And exhale. Prayer to the heart. A couple of deep breaths. Noticing how you feel. And then ready to work that on the other side, same rhythm, arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward bow. Halfway lift, inhale. And with our exhale, fold further. Stepping our right foot back on the ball of the back foot. High lunge, inhale. And exhale. Reach up, lengthen, hands in prayer, lean forward. And then our twist to the left side this time. Right elbow to the outside of the thigh. Lift up the belly so it comes over the thigh. Watch the back leg firm or knee down if you need. Don't go halfway. And let's hold there for a couple of breaths. So left hand pressing into the right hand to encourage that twist to deepen. So giving you that leverage to twist the spine, but mindful of the spine. And then hands down, stepping back to your downward facing dog. High plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg high. Left knee to the left elbow, exhale. Left leg high. To the right elbow. Left leg high, knee to the nose. Do it again with a little pause. Inhale the leg high. So the inner left thigh to the upper left arm. So try it almost to find that ledge, to rest the leg there for a moment. Then the other side. And to the right side. Inhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, and now step it through. High lunge, inhale, and exhale. From your high lunge, reach up, inhale, and open up warrior two, exhale, Virabhadrasana. Stay there for a few breaths, making sure your alignment's good, knee above the ankle, in line with the toes, almost trying to get that upper thigh parallel to the floor. That's our ultimate ambition. So usually the wider stance the better, but keeping that back foot grounded, anchored, so the outer edge of the back foot into the earth. Left palm up, lean forward, sweep up and back. Peaceful warrior. Side angle, forearm to the thigh, right arm over the ear, drawing that right shoulder back, so creating that angle, that side angle. Nice straight line through the right side of the body and staying there or coming into your bind, half bind, right hand to the left waist. Or a full bind, left arm underneath, interlacing hands, or potentially grabbing the top wrist with the left hand, right shoulder back, heart to the sky. Hands release either side of the left foot. From here into half moon balance again. So we walk the hands forward, that left hand out to the side a little. You may need to rest it on a block. The right hip is lifting up to stack over the left hip. So getting the hips as square as possible to the side of the room. Right leg high, right arm high if you're feeling stable. And if you're really stable, then take a gaze to your top thumb. Otherwise, look down. Good work. Right hand down, hips now square. We're engaging the core just enough to, and using the inner thighs again, those muscles we used before, to bring the feet to meet. Arms through and up, Utkatasana, inhale, and steady exhale. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Take a couple of breaths. Close the eyes, notice how you feel. Tune into your breath, tune into the heart beating. Tune into the energy flowing through the body, through your energy system. Pranamaya kosha. And release. releasing the tension also in the mind, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, so that we can access Anandamaya Kosha, the bliss body. So let's work another round to get that access a little deeper. This time we may go a little further, but only go to your ability again. We'll inhale, circle up the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold again. Now step the left foot back. High lunge, inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale. Reach up, inhale, hands in prayer. Let's take that twist to the left. So this time, staying here for a few breaths, encouraging some variations, maybe spreading your wings, potentially a bind. Or if you'd like to get real funky, Ekapada Kundinyasana A. So you'd slide, this is quite an advanced pose, so don't fret if you can't get there yet. Slide the upper arm lower down, bring the left hand down, then the right hand, and then ultimately we're using that ledge that we were playing around with before to lift the legs off the ground. Good, then floating the legs back down, hands down, stepping back to downward facing dog. High plank inhale, chaturanga exhale, inhale upward dog, exhale downward dog. Right leg to the sky, right leg to the right side. So finding that ledge for a moment. Rest, come right down. Rest the inner thigh over the top of the upper arm and then push back up. Other side, let's try it there as well. And push back up. And knee to the nose, nice and easy. Let's go again, and to the right side. This time, Ekapada Kundinyasana B. If you can rest the inner thigh on the upper arm, then try to push off there, try to find the balance and float the legs off the ground. Wonderful. Push it back up. To the other side, same rhythm here. Ekapada A. If possible, float the feet off the ground. And back up. Knee to the nose. Inhale the leg high. And let's step it through. High lunge, inhale. And exhale. Reach up, lengthen, open up, warrior two. So warrior two on the right side. Hold it there together with an inhale. And your exhale. Inhale, sweep up and back. Exhale to your side angle. Stay there or come into your bind again. Or potentially, Ekapada Kundinyasana B again from this angle. So another way to access that funky pose. So you bring the hands down and find that ledge again. And float the legs off the ground. Back down, let's release the hands wherever you're at, either side of the right foot. And creep the hands forward, the right hand out to the side. Left arm, left leg to the sky in half moon. Look up to the sky if you can. Or hold on to the back foot if possible. Here's another variation. Bound. Half moon. And then release, bring the hand and the foot down slowly. And chair pose, inhale. Exhale. Come to stand, inhale and exhale. Pray to your heart. Again, just taking a moment there, closing the eyes, deepening your breath. Notice how you feel. One more round. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. And let's fold further with your exhale. This time right foot steps back into your high lunge. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach up, hands in prayer, lean forward, body in line with the back leg for your twist to the left, right elbow to the outside of your left thigh, heart towards the hand. And again, stay there or find your variations, either spread your wings, that bind, or Ekapada A, bring the hands down and try to float the feet off the ground. And then let's all bring the hands back down either side of the left foot, step back, downward dog, high plank, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward facing. Left leg high, left leg to the left side, find that ledge, lift it up nice and high, leg high. To the other side, try to find the ledge there. Inhale high, and knee to the nose. Let's go again, inhale high, find the ledge. Ekapada B, if possible, float the legs off the ground. Inhale, leg high to the right side, again, find the ledge. And if possible, float legs off the ground. Inhale, the leg high, knee to your nose. Inhale, leg high, now step it through. Into your high lunge. Inhale, and exhale. Reach up, lengthen, now opening up into your warrior two. Hold together there, inhale, exhale. Left palm up, lean forward, sweep up and back into Padasvakonasana, your side angle. Staying right there or coming into your bind, right hand to the left waist, or the full bind, left hand underneath, interlace hands, or hold on to the top wrist. Or the possibility to come into Ekapada B on this side, bring the hands down, that upper arm underneath the thigh. Lean over to the side and float the feet off the ground. And back down, hands either side of the left foot. Let's bring the right leg high. So we're coming into half moon, the left hand out to the side, left fingertips to balance, right hand to the right hip, stacking the hips first. Engage the core, the inner thighs. Lift up the right arm. Stay there, look up, or finding that bind on this side. And then right foot meets the left foot at the top of your mat. Sit on the edge of your chair. Inhale, the arms high. Exhale, sit down a little more. And then bow forwards from there. Halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, fold. Hands down. Now let's float the legs back to your high plank. Inhale and chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right leg high. Now this time we're bringing the right knee to the right wrist, swinging the right foot in, coming into the pose of the pigeon. So resting that leg down, left leg walks back as far as it can. Walk the hands right in, so you're on the fingertips there into a proud pigeon, rolling the shoulders back. Keep the hands out in front or maybe beside the hips, whatever feels best for you. Shoulders back, arch the back here, look up to the sky. And then let's take a moment to rest in a little sleeping pigeon, coming down, resting the head at the back of the hands, taking a moment to take a break, to take a breather, and to get a nice deep stretch into the hips. Breathe into your hips. work. Then slowly bringing yourself back up. Spread the fingers wide again, tuck the toes under, and back up to your downward dog with the right leg to the sky. Now open up a little further, bend the right knee, lift the knee high so you're opening up the right hip. And either stay there or if you can, flip your dog, bringing the right foot to the ground on the right side of the mat, reaching up and back with the right arm, lifting the hips high, looking back at the right fingers. Wonderful. Right hand back to the ground, right leg back to the sky. Inhale, high plank. Now, either bring the foot down if you can, chaturanga with the leg off the ground, and then bring it down higher. Inhale, upward dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg high, left knee to the left elbow, swing the foot in. Into your proud pigeon, first of all, roll the shoulders back, arch the back, fingertips out in front or beside the hips, rolling the shoulders back. So getting a back bend here as well. Part of the idea here is to arch the back, stimulate particularly in the lower back, your connective tissue there, creating that arch working through the whole back, and then encouraging the hips to open. Let's relax in that pose for a little while in our sleeping pigeon. Breathing into your hips. Good work. Coming back, spread the fingers wide, tuck the back toes under. Our downward dog with your left leg reaching for the sky. Lift it up nice and high, then bend the knee, open up the left hip. You can just stay there. Otherwise, if you could flip your dog, bring the left foot to the left side of the ground. Reach up with the left arm, lift the hips high, look back at your left fingers and beyond. Allow the heart to sing. Left hand back to the ground, left leg back to the sky. Inhale, high plank with the left leg high. Bring the left leg down if you need. Otherwise, chaturanga with your left leg high. And then bring it down for upward dog. Inhale. A downward facing dog. Exhale. Right knee to the right wrist, like you're coming into pigeon, but you're not. You're going to cross the left leg over the right from there. Bring the hands to stabilize. Watch the knees here. Sit down. Stretch the legs out. High on your sitting bones. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. So aiming to keep the back straight. So only go as far as your body can. Hold on to the legs. Feet on if you can comfortably without hunching significantly. Keeping the shoulders back. Lengthen the spine, rib cage towards the thighs. In your Paschimottanasana. You can always bend the knees a little if you need. And then to release, arms through and up, inhale. Exhale, circle back down. Bring the hands behind you, reverse plank, fingers in towards the body, roll the shoulders back, lift the hips high. Again, press all the fingertips into the ground and roll the shoulders back. So lift up the chest first, then the hips, toes to the floor. If it's a challenge, you can always bend the knees and come into tabletop. Otherwise, look up or behind, lift a little higher. And then slowly all the way down. Give yourself a hug, you deserve it at this point, arms around the knees, and then float your feet off the ground, finding your sweet point of balance, where your body's weightless, relaxing here, mind free from thought. And from that spacious place, let's bring the hands under the knees. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, engage your core, lower legs parallel to the floor. Release the arms, see if they can be also parallel to the floor. Into your boat pose, stay there or straighten the legs. Keep lifting the heart, engage the core, hold for a couple more breaths. Well done. And then for the last action, lift the arms high, lift the legs high, everything's lifting up to the sky. And then hands under the knees, feet to the earth. Use your core to bring yourself down nice and slowly onto your back. Wonderful. Once you're on your back, release your hair, release anything you need. We're coming into either a happy baby for a few moments, or either staying there, or into a shoulder stand. So shoulder stand, we bring the legs up and over the head, then use the hands to support the back, elbows in towards each other, squeezing into the throat, working your thyroid gland there, as we stretch the legs up to the sky. Just make sure it feels okay for your neck and shoulders, otherwise come down. Looking for that nice straight line from shoulders to feet. And coming down, legs over the head. Arms to the ground, engage the core and unwind nice and slowly. So each vertebra pops down one at a time, without any crash landings, nice and slowly, all the way back to the ground. Almost there, fish pose, Matsyasana now. To complete our cycle, let's bend the knees, lift the bottom off the ground, and I like to interlace the thumbs underneath my bottom, squeeze the shoulder blades together so you're nice and high on the shoulders, then sit back down over the arms, extend the legs out, press into the elbows, head just trails behind, so it just falls behind without any effort required to lift it up. We're just lifting up through the chest, rolling the shoulders back, elbows and forearms are the levers to lift us up. So we get that stretch through the throat, hard to speak when you're here. Getting into your parathyroid glands. And with the head upside down, to stimulate the pituitary gland also. And then slowly, gently releasing all the way back down. Release the hands from underneath. Roll the head a little side to side. Any last minute movements or adjustments here. Coming to rest for these last couple of minutes. Shavasana, our favorite, definitely our most important asana. You close the eyes. Allow the breath to deepen, to lengthen. Nice, slow, full yoga breaths now. Breathing deep into the belly. And then up through the chest all the way to the top of the lungs. With each exhale, just letting any remaining tension dissolve. Slow, deep, full yoga breaths. Relaxing the body, relaxing the mind. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. Just resting in your stillness, mind set free. Now, nice and slowly, nice and gently begin to deepen your breath again. You're welcome, of course, to stay here as long as you like in your Shavasana. And if you'd like to come out with me, give the fingers and toes a wee wriggle. Stretch the arms up over the head, fingertips to toe tips. Nice deep stretch there. Roll over to your side. And then propping ourselves back up to sitting when we're ready. Sitting nice and tall, roll the shoulders back, lengthen through the spine. Close the eyes. Come back to a gentle Ujjayi breath. And let's work our breath together for a few rounds. As long as it's comfortable, you can always find your own rhythm, but if you can, an Ujjayi breath to the count of 7. So 7 in, 7 out, working just a few rounds together. So slowing the breath right down, releasing the current breath, and breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And just coming back to your own rhythm. Bring the awareness into your heart, to the center of your chest. And then the hands in prayer in front of our hearts. Let's complete our session with a nice deep Om together. Together on the out breath, take a deep inhale. Bowing forwards in deep respect and gratitude for each other. Namaste.